Hello out there, lords and ladies. Thanks for coming today. Welcome to the channel, my friends. I am your liege lord, the Godless Gamer, and we're diving back into my Elder Kings 2 series, The Path to Alaxon. This is episode 14. We're going to do things a little differently today. Something that we haven't really done a lot of is getting involved in conflicts. We didn't get involved in one conflict, but my involvement should just kind of make things worse. We're going to do things differently this time. There is a marriage that I want to get still. I pinned this kid. He's the child of the current ruler of Shimmerine, and I really want to get this alliance again. We had a son that was ruling here, that died. Was he ruling, or was he married to the person that was ruling? No, he was ruling. He was the king of Shimmerine. He got himself killed like a dumbass. He was unmade by Indric magics. Okay, so maybe it wasn't his fault. But I really want to get this alliance again, get some more influence, and then maybe boost my renown. This alliance is not going to get my family member as the ruler. That's not what's going to happen. We're just going to get an alliance, and we'll try to see if we can make her son, my daughter's husband. We'll try to see if we can boost his score enough to make sure that he actually does become the ruler. He's not even on the list because he's not an adult yet. So we have things to think about for the future. When he turns 16, we can start making sure that he gets his mom's position, but we're not there yet. We have to make sure we get the alliance first, and I can't get the alliance, and I can't arrange the marriage until I end this war. So that's why we're getting involved in this conflict, but we're going to do things differently. Last time, I didn't have a lot of knights, and the last time we got involved in a conflict, I wasn't hiring a master of horse, which actually brings a lot of benefits. It improves my knight effectiveness, and it increases the amount of knights that we can have. So now that I have that position filled, I have 5 knights that I can field, which in theory should boost the quality of my army. It was decent before I hired these new knights, but every knight matters. And then something we didn't do last time, which we are going to do now, because I have allies and I have friends in powerful positions. Like, I have sons that are dukes and stuff. Like, this son right here, I can ask to borrow his men. He has 620 men, and it's of high quality, so we'll augment our forces with his forces. It just costs me a little bit of influence. So we'll ask him. I'll ask him, too. The forces aren't as high quality as my son's, but he is bringing 900 as opposed to 620. And I have so much influence saved up, so I might as well spend it. I'll ask him for troops, too. Now I'm going to unpause and just go very slow. I blackmailed somebody between the episodes to get some money. Now, that improved the quality. Now we have more numbers. We're bringing more to the table. I'm going to switch my wife to chivalry. My marshal's already on organized army. My daughter is a commander. Well, that's because I gave her such a good martial education. That's fine. I think she'll be okay. We're not going to lose this. If I lose battles, then it's a concern. But if I win the battles, I can be assured that my daughter is going to be fine. Traveling by sea is going to get us there faster. We want to link up with our allied forces before they get jumped. My son just got 3... Oh, no, that means his personality trait just revealed itself. He wants to be bossy. I am raising him myself, so he will get a magical education as well. I have a lot to do today. There's a lot of things I want to do today, like, we want to start promoting a legend. There's a bunch of seeds that we have access to, but one of them gives us more renown. And development growth at the end of it. The higher tier that the legend becomes, the more expensive it's going to be to maintain. I do have a decent amount of income right now. It's not that great now because we're at war, and I took my wife off of managed domain. So we took a hit to our income there, but we will eventually switch back. But I think I'll have the money to start promoting a legend. We haven't done that yet, and this is honestly the best one. The rest of these give me, there's piety and learning, prestige, diplomacy, piety, diplomacy, and learning. So some of these legends are basically all the same. This is the one I value. I want renown, damn it. But we're not going to do that yet. But that's something I want to do. We are going to petition our... I can do that, actually. I need to petition my liege. That's going to give me some renown and some money, because I am going to ask for money. We're just about to get our next legacy. Almost there. We're going to start going down the bloodline, and we want to race towards resilient bloodline. I want to get noble veins as soon as I can, because my son got his wife pregnant, and I'm hoping that the bonuses from noble veins will kick in before they have their child, thus ensuring that their child turns out a little bit better. So we really need noble veins now. How much time before she gives birth? We have 4 months. I think that's enough time to get it. Maybe our ally forces will take my lead. He's unlanded, but he has a title, High King Lord Hyamir. Oh no, because he's married to the queen. This is the husband of... Do we have a hook on her? We don't. Maybe we should just get this strong hook. He does have influence, so I can ask him to boost my score. He just doesn't have any money. It's going to cost me money to buy this strong hook, but it's a strong hook. I'll take it. My liege lord is not long for the world. I really want to see if I can try to boost my score to get us first in line. I doubt it. Let's see. See, the problem is he's ailing. It's really a race against time. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'll keep getting strong hooks, and as soon as the strong hooks refresh themselves, because we did use a few of them recently. Yeah, we're just waiting for a few of these strong hooks to refresh so I can keep boosting my score, but I don't know if I'm going to realistically be able to get like 500 more to my score before he dies. I mean, anything's possible. Maybe we could, but I doubt it. I'm not going to hold my breath. Okay, once we get back from petitioning, we have this governance issue that we need to take care of. Okay, a battle has started. My liege said yes immediately and paid me 300 gold. Thank you, my liege. Did that give me my legacy? It didn't. We need less than 50 renown. I don't know if we're going to get that before my son's wife gives birth. 3 months away. don't get betrothed. Please do not get betrothed, kid. Okay, let's do our governance issue now. This is a new one. A recent pestilence has caused a famine. The news from Lilinar is particularly troubling. The government's measures to aid the area after a recent pestilence were seemingly inadequate. A famine has struck the local settlements. Some denizens were driven to desperate, abhorrent practices to survive. According to this report, several peasants have been caught consuming the flesh of their fellow humans, this should be high elves, who died from starvation. Alright, well, we gotta go solve the problem. Maybe we'll get some renown from this? I don't know. We're almost done in the intrigue lifestyle. Once we get Seducer, we're gonna switch back to Stewardship, and we're gonna finish the Architect tree, and I really want Divided Attention so I can get more domain limit. And then Architect is good too. Because when we can start building things again, which is probably not going to happen until I can take control of the Empire and I become the cultural head, so I can make all the decisions and actually choose the correct innovations that my culture is researching. Because my Liege Lord is choosing, like, the dumbest, lowest priority innovations. Naval speed plus 25%? Like, come on, man. If I prioritize battlements, we can upgrade our castles and keep building up my domain. And if we get manorialism, I can continue to upgrade my estate, which I really want to start doing. So the sooner I become our liege and our head of culture, the better, because I want to start making those decisions. Okay, all of the hooks that I have currently are against my family members, and I want to hold on to those. Alright, the battle is in motion. Let's see if we make a difference. We're gonna make a numerical difference, but I don't know. Maybe our quality's not good enough. I'm a little concerned because my spy master is one of my knights. I gave him an accolade, which means he's forced to be a knight. I can't have him not be a knight. I can't forbid him. And he's a pretty decent spy master. I don't want him to die. So that's another reason why I want to win this war and not... Because I had the choice. My highest priority is for this war to end so I can arrange the marriage. What I could have done is just suicided my forces and just lost the war on purpose so we can end it that way. But if I lose a battle and my spy master gets killed in that battle, I lose a really good spy master. When I reach Lilinar, the accused awaits in chains, their eyes downcast, their garments rent and bloodied. The defendants, led by Estoril, chained and trembling with their eyes downcast, are roared at by a great skeletal-faced crowd. I'm sorry, guys. Bony fists are shaken, thin voices roar for an exemplary punishment. I am shown the evidence, split femurs and rotten severed heads. Something horrible happened here. It was truly an abomination before Auriel. This is a pointless decision. My governor trait doesn't need help. So low priority on decisions that improve this. I could get money. Ooh. This is my capital county, so more development in my capital, wherever I can get it, is high value. Development growth plus 20%, and some plague resistance. I would be passing up the money, but I don't care. 15 years is a pretty long time. I'll take that. Okay, that didn't get us any renown. $2 months. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get this legacy before my grandchild is born, unfortunately. Unless some random event that gives me renown out of the blue happens within the next 2 months. Ooh, my allies lost that battle. Now it's just me. It's too late. We're already marching. If I was a little faster, maybe during that battle I could have made a difference, but now it looks like we're gonna lose. Let's see what happens. As the High Kinlord of Elandril, the bureaucratic apparatus of the kingdom is at my sole disposal. I've read this several times, so I won't keep going. 1,000 gold? My wife being on chivalry is not going to improve the odds of this, so I'm just going to go back to managed domain. The best we can hope for now is that this loss results in the end of the war. Hopefully my spy master doesn't die. At her first request to meet and discuss the accounts, I knew I was in for it. I tried putting her off, but at last agreed to meet with my royal architect, Niracelia. She talks me through it all, the missing gold, the incorrect entries, misplaced receipts. At last, she concludes, I just don't understand it. The only explanation is a thieving bureaucrat. She thinks a moment looking around my halls, then gives me an odd look, and hiding her shock, mouths, unless... Oh, this is like me being corrupt? I can get some... We did get that gold during the last event. We can get 1,000 more. Oh, no, we're not going to get 1,000 more. We have to explain this money that we got during the last event. I understand. We have to make an excuse. Diplomacy? 90%? She buys it. What's my governor rating? We're still at 50%. Yep. Wow, she did turn out really well. She got 2 tier 3 congenital traits, but I really want to start seeing grandchildren who get pure-blooded. This granddaughter didn't get it. But she's arguably the most impressive dynasty member we've ever seen. That's fine. Okay, it got the war down to minus 81%. My spy master's still alive. Our promote scheme's done. My vassal was just exposed as an adulterer. I'm just gonna go suicide again. Another governance issue. I'm just going in. I don't care. If they want to lollygag and dance around, I'm not trying to drag this war out. Just, let's lose the battle and just end it. I don't want this. This is a city holding I can't hold on to, so I'm just going to give it away immediately. I'm not going to get a strong hook on a person unless they have a source of influence or a source of gold. If they don't have any, get out of my face. Okay, that ends the war. My spy master's still alive. Nobody got captured. So we did end up losing anyway. Whatever. I thought taking those extra precautions at the beginning would make a difference. It's just, it's not going to make a difference. I can arrange this marriage now. Now that we're not fighting a war, I should be able to arrange a matrilineal marriage without having to do a grand wedding. So now we're allies with Shimmerine. And we'll keep this kid pinned because once he turns 16, we need to help him become the heir of this. Alright, so that was the only reason I wanted to fight that war. So, let's get the hell back home. No more getting involved in these wars. I mean, Eleanor is seeing success. We are seeing success. We're expanding. And they've been doing so without needing me to really help them. There's our legacy. Noble veins. If I have any more children with my own wife, this should help. She's got 9 years to have kids. Let's start seducing her and stuff again. I'm currently busy with 2 of my sons. I can't raise this granddaughter. I've got these 2 sons to raise. So... I'm sorry. I should really give her to somebody who has a magical education, but I don't know. I have a very small court. No one except me has a formal magical education. Oh no, she does. My daughter. Okay, we'll get rid of my daughter. This is my spy master. He can boost my score. I could just ask him. I could just ask him without using my strong hook. Does that mean I can do it twice? Oh no, I pay him. Okay, I just pissed away 300 gold, but that's okay. I could always just use my strong hook again to get this money from him. Okay, I should have known that. I can't get much from him at a time. I can only get 15 gold from him at a time. But okay, it's a good thing I'm rich. On the bright side, he's going to boost my score twice. Okay. We are really racing. We are racing towards this guy. Are we going to make this happen? I cast Resilience on my Liege Lord before because he was, somebody had cast a negative spell on him, and I thought just to keep him alive, I would cast Resilience, and it seemed to work, but now it's gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do my Liege Lord a favor, and we're going to cast a spell on him. Use our amazing Restoration Mage to cast Resilience on him. We'll give him the best. I know, we won't cast Grand, because I just want to give him a massive boost, and I can do that with Greater. There he goes, he's feeling fine, buying me some more time to improve my score. Okay, my son is zealous now. Okay, so we got the marriage. We have an alliance with Shimmerine. Let's start promoting this legend now, because I have a bunch saved up. And this is eventually going to chew into my income. But I really want to start benefiting from this renown. And this will be our first legend. The legend of High Kinlord Feanor of Lilandril is as great and as large as the world, for his deeds are unparalleled. Upon hearing vague rumors that plagued the land, Feanor set his heart to accomplish the difficult endeavor. Feanor's legend culminates in a marvelous adventure. His great deeds of arms were such that his two lost wars, the two wars that he got involved in were defeats, but we're just going to write that out of our legend here. I mean, that's the benefit of writing your own legend. It can be however you want it to be. His great deeds of arms were such that all kings had wonder thereof, and many nobles and commoners came to his encounter, for they wished to see the legend in the flesh. However, that was not the end of the tale, for when Feanor made his way home, he helped those in danger and avenged their affronts. Bandits, beasts, and evildoers cannot hide from the fury of his blade. The journey back home was not easy, but High Kinlord Feanor entered the city among triumphant chants. And now let us all rejoice and feast for his legends to be celebrated. Okay, let's see if we can manage to spread this legend through all of the Somerset Isles, so all of this. I don't care so much if it gets into Valenwood, as long as it's in our home islands and we can get it to spread throughout the land. That would be cool. And now that I am promoting a legend, there are some jobs in my court that can help me with it. Legend spread chance. Okay, I'm currently not making a lot of prestige, but I do have a lot saved up. So giving people these tasks is gonna... because one of the big reasons why my prestige is so low is because of expenses to court positions. So I currently have a bunch of my courtiers doing tasks that have a prestige cost currently. This is just going to make the situation worse, but even if it does go into the negative, I have banked prestige that's not doing anything right now. So right now, it'll serve as a bank in case we go into the negatives, but I do want to improve my legend spreading. I think there's another person... I don't need a Master of Horse anymore. I'm going to fire my daughter. I know she's excellent at the job, and having a Master of Horse improves your travel speed. Sure, that's good and everything, but I don't need Knight Effectiveness or Knights, because I don't intend on fighting any conflicts right now. So we'll save ourselves some prestige. I I think there's one other person. Oh yeah, right here. My court chronicler. Legend spread chance plus 60%. Every year you will have a random chance to gain a legend. Nope, I don't need a legend seed. We already chose one. Every year, one of your vassals or neighboring rulers may make your legend their promoted legend. I think this task is better. Okay, that's it. Provisional catastrophe. The morning chorus of twittering birds accompanied me to the stores. Alright, my royal architect went down in the basement, she went into my wine cellar, and she got fat. She had the munchies. What's her opinion? It's already at 100, so I can take this opinion loss. She's got to pay me back for at least some of what she did. I've lost 150 gold. I'm going to make her give me 36 back. We're basically bankrupting her, but that's what she gets. So tell me, my lord, my chancellor Baelorn's voice snaps me out of my thoughts, and I find him waving his hand, the quill spilling ink all over the floor, which he better clean up. What about that time you journeyed to Crystal on a pious pilgrimage? Yep. Alright, my legend hasn't really spread. It's just only in my capital. There's a plague down here. And there's a plague over here too in the Sistress Islands. She's the former spouse of the King of Shimmerine. Now she's the court physician of the current ruler. She has some influence, but she doesn't have a source of influence. I will take strong hooks on whoever can boost my score right now. Anybody. If I really wanted to, I could just ask people to boost my score for money, but it's too expensive. 300 gold is a lot to spend for just an increase to my score by 10. It's not that much. Good thing I gave him resilience, because now that there's a plague spreading in my liege lord's realm, resilience will protect him from getting sick. I want to check my score. I think I'm gonna sland, since we're closing the gap so quickly, and becoming the next in line is becoming more and more of a possibility. Let's slander the current ruler, or the current heir. Depending on what kind of succession it is. What is it? Acclamation succession law, so acclamation will lose him 50. It's worth it. Well, Didn't check the odds. Alright, max 95, 95 secrecy. The phases are pretty long, but we're starting at 55%. I summoned an Atronach when I did my tournaments. Do I still have that? Because I'll do it again. I'm going to start doing transmute less and less because 20 gold in the grand scheme, now that I'm so rich, it's really not worth spending the magicka for that. My Atronach is gone. I'm going to summon another one. I can get away with a Storm Atronach. More Arcana and Prowess. More Arcana will improve my rate of magicka generation. I'll keep this fort... Yeah, we'll keep that going. I like how I'm keeping my Liege Lord alive. I love it. Come on, Spy Master, I really need more secrets, please. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. But I keep giving me strong hooks. Now that I have Unshackled Lust, I can use the Seduce intent freely. So I'm hoping that means if I failed to seduce my wife, we won't have to wait a long time to try again. I should be able to try again immediately. I can get my wife to become my soulmate. This she's singing me a song, and he was gallant, and she was beautiful, and he was a hero, and she was beautiful. Doesn't take long to discover where the music is coming from as soon as I find Pinanande playfully tuning her instrument, leaning on a stone bench. Ah, my lord, isn't it true that the reason for your legend was to impress Alwayn? No? You cannot be more wrong. I don't want to grow closer to forming an intimate relationship. This intrigue lifestyle would be nice just to help me get through the, to get to the end quickly. But becoming my wife's soulmate and changing a chapter of our legend would be cool. I'll do that. As I look down upon my wife, as I look down at her, the meticulous high-kin Lady Siriwin sleeping in my arms, I find myself smiling with satisfaction. You know what? Maybe now that we're soulmates again, I think I'm just going to stop doing the Seduce Kings, because in order to keep seducing her, I would have to break up with her as my soulmate. You know what? Let's stop seducing her. My youngest son's personality trait just revealed itself. Diplomacy or learning. Let's do learning. And my daughter can educate him, too. Oh, no, I'm educating him. Don't get sick, Liege Lord. Pretty useless. No thanks. I'm gonna move my Spy Master. He's offering me strong hooks, which is good and all. Actually, this is the one ruler I don't have a strong hook on. We have a strong hook on most of the kings. I have a strong hook on the King of First Hold, the King of Cloud Rest, our liege, I thought we had another one. We do have another one. Why isn't she showing up on this list? Okay, so we do. We do have another king. Anyway, the ruler of Shimmerine is the one that we don't have a strong hook on, which is why I'm finding secrets in her court. Yeah, okay, so I won't move my Spy Master. Maybe we'll get lucky. I was fired as Marshal, which lowered my influence gain. We weren't getting a salary. Look at the pathetic excuse for a Marshal he replaced me for. And maybe he had a hook on our liege and forced himself into his position. But I'm insulted. I mean, I am the worst. I would have been the worst counselor on his. I would be a better chancellor, honestly. Okay, maybe he's gonna give me another job. The moment we get 5 advantages, we can execute that scheme. Ooh, thank you, wifey. 300 gold for free. I have nothing to build. Absolutely nothing. We are on top of all of it. Even in my colony. Closing in. His score went up. He's trying to get away from us. What's his opinion? Because maybe I can invest some in... We did have a negative modifier that was happening to this guy because I influenced his score negatively. I'll do it again. I'll make a major deduction, minus 50. That will affect his opinion, but we didn't have this before. So we'll wait for this to expire again before we do it again. Or maybe we can just sway him. As we're trying to slander him, we're gonna try to sway him too. Because I'm gonna do it again. Take that, fool. There is a limit to... I think there's a limit as to how much I can invest negatively, or maybe not. I suppose you can only invest positively up to a certain limit. But you can invest negatively to any limit. Okay, we won't let his opinion go any lower. In the distance, I hear my son Curufin laughing at play with his fellows. I'm High Kinlord Feanor of Lilandril. I'm the hero. He's reenacting the holy blood for his adoring peers. The children all look upon Curufin with wonder and adoration, captivated by the tale. My heart soars to hear those legendary names and places passing the lips of the next generation with such vigor and enthusiasm. Though one day all of us will turn to dust, the legend will never die. I don't care about improving his stewardship I won. I care about improving this legend. Leave him to it. It's spreading! Here we go. Three years. I'll give him one more opportunity to find a secret before we move him again. As I promenade down the stairs and across the courtyard, I reach one of the corridors from where the servants usually watch the children. But it's not them that I find. Eldarian's voice reaches me, loud and clear, and I conceal myself among the stone pillars. What has High Kinlord Feanor done anyway? Was there any of us there to see his so-called legend that he so proudly makes us sing now? Damn right! Every word written in there is true. There's no chance of him being offended. He apologizes. You better. I just like how we're seducing and slandering him at the same time. My fellow vassal, okay. Yes, sir. These strong hooks are refreshing. We're gonna be first in line. Oh my goodness. My wife is also able to boost my score. Look, I realize it's only 10 every single time I do this. They're only boosting my score by 10. But it's about quantity over quality. That's why I still want more secrets. I want to blackmail as many people as I can. They're all refreshing at the same time. So we're going to get a big boost right here. Look at this guy with the dumb, smug look on his face. Two of my guests, Kinlord Madros and High Kin Lady Kulumair, seem to have found common cause in our plan beyond the basic goal. These are two of my agents. They're helping me with my slander. It's about to end, so it's a little late to get this. I will gain one free diplomacy perk. Yes, please. sway phase length. This will make swaying my, the guy that I'm swaying much easier. And how are we doing on that? We still haven't. We're still waiting for the first iteration. I've begun struggling to recall. Was High Kingdom of Eleanor truly just utter darkness and disorder before noble Aranel Hidelith took up his scepter? Did socialites dream of anything but sharing of Ariel company? Did our soldiers chant out some ugly, garbled stranger's name? Our magnates, did they deign to kiss feet not made of the perfect flesh of Ariel's Aranel? I need not remember, really. To question my sovereign's unerring legitimacy thusly would be fruitless. We don't want to boost his candidacy score. This will boost his opinion. I might choose this option because it gives us everything we want. It's going to improve his opinion so I can make another investment. And I'm going to get some renown. Yeah, don't care about any of that. Take another chunk out of his score. Alright, we're dancing a fine line here. If my liege lord dies unexpectedly, like, anything could happen. If he dies unexpectedly and he takes over, I don't want his opinion to be in the, I don't want it to be in the trash. We're not going to let it go any lower than this. But, how are we looking? Oh my god. We are almost there. Holy crap, we're 52 minutes. I need to speed up. Time flies when an episode is very intricate and I'm... I'm in the zone. Useless. Okay, Spy Master, we're gonna move you around. We have a strong hook on Dusk. We don't have one on Shimmerine. We have one on Cloud Rest. We have one on First Hold. Skywatch we don't have. Let's look for secrets here. I test the blade of a sword as my chronicler Baelorn and I pursue the armory in location. Get name. What? It is sharp and well honed. Baelorn, however, is more interested in another weapon hanging from the wall. Of course he's interested in a bow. He's a wood elf. I've heard so much tell about this mighty weapon, my lord. He breathes, admiring it. I've heard it has killed half a dozen by your hand alone. Prize bow hangs there placidly. Oh yeah, this is the one that I won. This is the item that I won in my tournament, and I just have in my junk drawer. Yeah, that's completely pointless. Diplomacy and martial challenge. 92%. Okay, let's slander this guy. Our sway scheme had an effective iteration, so we'll affect his score again. Success. Public discourse is rife with the fruit of my subtle designs. My scandalous campaign of rumors, veiled accusations, and mindless gossip has caused a deep rift in sentiment towards Ilmur. His reputation lies in tatters. Whoop, that... Okay, so we're not gonna make another investment. We have to wait again. How we doing now? I get so excited every time I check. Just over 200. 216? That's what we need? 216 more. $2 years there. train for a tournament because we have nothing else going on, and there's a chance for me to get the strong trait. 24%. And we got it. There we go. There's a boost to our prowess. Now our prowess is looking good. 22 prowess. And it increased by 1. Hell yeah. And that's a permanent boost to my health. Another legend promoter joins. How's it doing? Perhaps you should choose something that appeals to your vassals, my RNL. Baerlorn's advice is bright as I ponder what to wear for the day, but the exuberance quickly fades as reality settles in. If I'm to curry favor with my subjects, I must appear to them as they would like their ruler to be, yet my realm has many different cultures. Oh yes, it does, that's true. I was about to say, what? But our colony has a different culture. My garb could indulge a fellow Alinori, but someone outside of that shared bond, Firuin, for example, would take that as a signal of our difference. Yeah, he's an anomaly in my court. He's the only person of a different culture. He's the only person, not including his daughter, that is of a different race that's in my court. So do I want to appeal to just him, or do I want to appeal to my constituents and to everybody in my court? Every vassal of Alinori culture. There's a new religious movement. Trethane Mandolian of Marbrook has founded a new pact exemption. As long as this is happening over here and not in the Somerset Isles. This is it right here. My daughter got the curious trait. I can decide what kind of education we're going to give her. Let's give her a diplomacy education. Alright, so we're doing well. My son has a secret. And he is a person of means. He has a source of influence and money. So he can boost my score. Wow, I was slandered. Damn it! It's a weak hook. Only 60% chance he's going to accept, but we might as well try. Got it. Stay alive, you old man. Stay alive. I think we're going to make this happen. I think we're going to take over after our Liege Lord dies. $50 gold is nothing. He's not my rival. He's not going to scheme against me or anything. At least I hope he doesn't. But that'll give him a nice opinion boost, which means I can invest negatively again. I am such a dirty bastard. Okay, I'll slow it down. Did that get us to the lead? Ooh! One more time will basically do it. We're about to surpass him. The wonderful tale of the Holy Blood continues to spread. More and more folk from all strata of society have begun to weave their own perspective into its rich tapestry, so says Bearlorn at last. Lord and lady alike are certain such a tale sets out their undeniable right to rule, he muses. But if you wander into a local tavern, it will be rife with those who say it's dedicated to the common fall smoke of the land and their honest industrial ways. This is pointless because I don't have legitimacy. I'll do that. I can't increase the quality yet. The Holy Blood must spread to 100 lordships, currently 38. So we still have to wait a while for that. Go away. I don't want you. We did it. This minus 50 from being slandered by us is only going to last for 10 years. But we've done it. We've surpassed him. Do I want to ask my liege for money? No, I do not. I do not. I could even ask him for a position on his council if I want. Demand council position. I don't want to use the strong hook on my liege lord and only get plus 10 to my score. I can use this hook in more valuable ways. And plus, I'm already in the lead. I can be the steward. I can get some more money every month. Influence, domain taxes. Stewardship lifestyle experience plus 20%. I would like that because I am going to get into the diplomacy, or into the stewardship lifestyle. None of the people that have their positions can be fired. Okay, so that takes that off the table. Alright, in that case, I'll take money. Yeah, none of these people can be fired. Which is unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, that's how we got ourselves on his... when he made us his chancellor for the first time, we used a hook in order to do that, and we couldn't be fired for a really long time, so... I don't want a court position. I don't care about that. Just give me money. I was appointed the food taster. Which gives me +1 to my diplomacy. And anybody who tries to scheme against me, enemy hostile schemes are more likely to succeed, so that's actually not that good. But I do have a salary, and at least we're getting some more prestige every month, because I have a prestige salary and a monetary salary. Okay, we just have to be more careful of hostile schemes. We're over an hour now, guys, so I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Just wanted to see if there have been any changes. Not really. We're expanding, though. We're really chewing into Valenwood. We own more than half of it, I'd say. And we own a piece of Elsewhere now, too. This is new. We didn't get our wife pregnant again, and she has 7 years. We did become soulmates, though. But we didn't need to get her pregnant. We have a bunch of children that are still growing up and stuff, so we have a solid family now. We're doing okay there. We successfully got first in line. We want to keep growing the gap. He's still really close to us, so he could surpass us somehow. But now we're firmly in the lead. And once my resilience spell wears off in 3 years, we won't do it again. And then we should become the Emperor of Alinor, all things staying as they are. So now that we have this alliance, and now that my daughter is married, or is betrothed to this kid, in a matrilineal marriage, by the way, we'll influence his candidacy for his title, and try to make sure that he takes his mom's position. And then maybe in the future, our dynasty will be ruling Shimmerine. His daughter, who's my son's wife, is not on the line of succession for her dad's title. I don't know if I want to try to get her on her seat. I don't want her to be the leader of Skywatch, because that means that my son, who is currently my... Even though he got Adulterer, he's currently my best heir. My 2 younger sons aren't as impressive as him. And he's married to the pure-blooded lady, so I wouldn't mind taking control of this son. And if I want that to happen, I don't want her to take her position, because he's going to leave my court and go rule alongside his wife. And if he leaves my court, I can't protect him. I want to keep my sons, who I think are going to be my heirs. I want to keep them around so I can protect them and make sure they don't get killed in some stupid way, because you've seen throughout this throughout this campaign, every time I try to get my son a position, they end up getting themselves killed. This son is surviving. But anyway, really fun episode. I'm so happy that we are now first in line for the Empire title. We just need our Liege Lord to die soon. And we need to be sure that we maintain our lead over the second in line. Or the former heir. And we did get our legacy today. I did a lot of reading and I did a lot of pausing and stuff, so I admit that not a lot of time went by today. We probably could have gotten a few more perks. But this was a good episode. I'm happy with how it went. Happy with how it turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Honestly, I'm so glad that we got first in line. So major success there. I'm totally happy. I'm glad that we were able to close that gap, because the first time when we initially started to boost our score properly, we had such a huge gap to catch up to. But now that we've done it, I'm surprised we were able to do it so quickly. It's because we're so good at intrigue, and it's because we have so many damn secrets, man. Secrets and blackmailing people was the key to our success, honestly. Alright, guys. That'll do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that as well. We're closing in on 2,300 subscribers, and every time we get closer, it just makes me really excited. So, glad to see that the channel has been growing since I've been doing this series, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying. And I hope you guys will continue to enjoy it. Hope to see you in the next one. Episode 15 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.